Hey, family, how you doing? I'm Marek Calhoun, Director of Social and Community Services.
Yeah, and I'm Daniel Myers. Probably hard to see me through here, but I'm Daniel Myers, Director of SUD Services, South Carolina.
And we're your community plugs.
That's right. Everything healthcare.
Everything community. Our podcast is back with the fresh new look.
With brand new content. Brand new other stuff going on with us. I mean, just a whole bunch of stuff. Because it's going to be just new stuff going on, man.
New stuff going on. And that's why we are Beyond the Clinic, where community meets care.
Yeah. I'm just looking forward to this podcast. I'm looking forward to this segment.
What's going on?
All
the hair.
Tell me with this?
Yeah.
I mean, it's No Shave November.
It's No Shave November.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going ape over this, man. You know what I'm saying?
I can tell you're just as hairy as could be.
Yeah, man. I mean, this is a royal type season for us, so you can call me King Kong because the other one ain't got nothing on me.
I hear you,
Yes,
brother.
sir.
I hear you.
But
I hear you.
But I tell you what, with all this non-shaving going on, I'm about to burn up in all this hair.
Yes, sir.
So I'm gonna have to break away from the non-shaving and go ahead and get a fresh new look for myself.
There
we're gonna just do something a little bit different
there
here.
We go.
Yeah. But we glad to see everybody. I know y'all probably glad to see us back. We just want to start by just letting you guys know that we got a lot going on. From beers to boundaries, we're keeping it real this November. No Shave November it's just not about just cutting your hair off your face. Mm-hmm. It's a whole lot more about. It's more about men's health. Mm-hmm. And today we are diving deep into what it really means, man. That's where we're going today. What it really means to be in No Shave November.
Before we kick it off, man, I miss you, brother.
Man, look, man.
I miss you, man. I miss all this. I know, man.
You and me must never part.
Yeah, I miss you, brother.
I miss you too, man. It's good to be back.
Man, it's definitely good to be back. Like we said, a fresh new look, rebranding. Before we was the Care South Carolina Community Live Podcast. Now we're stepping out in some new clothes, man. We're Beyond the Clinic.
Yeah.
Community meets care.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm excited on where we're gonna go. I'm excited to where we at, and I'm just excited, brother.
Hey, listen, if I get any more excited, y'all won't be able to stand me.
Yes, sir.
I mean, this time of year, No Shave November. I mean, it means a lot to me personally because it's a time that we can focus on us as men, our health. I mean, not just our medical part, man, but every single aspect of us. Mm-hmm. And by the way, I can't go through November without shaving because I feel pretty. I mean, I ain't got no hair up there.
Yeah.
And so I have to kind of keep myself presentable before people, so I have to make sure I'm doing a little bit of shaving. I ain't gonna shave it off.
Yeah. But I was gonna ask you that. I was gonna say, we both kind of sport the ball these. When they say no shave November, do they mean the beard, but they mean everything? Because I got a little hole in my sunroof up there.
Well, you got a sunroof, man. I got a convertible. You know what I'm saying? I just lay back, this diamond in the back, sunroof top, digging the scene with the gangster lead. Ooh.
I hear you, brother.
Yeah.
So tell me, we talk about this notion of No Shave November. What does it mean to you?
It means a lot, man, because it's an opportunity for us to really focus on us as men. With men dealing with rising levels of prostate cancer, rising levels of intestinal and stomach cancers, and all these type things. It's time for us to get into a place where we can, colon cancer. It's time for us to get into a place where we do our testing, where we do our checks. And speaking of shaving, a lot of men believe in shaving all of themselves. So it's an opportunity even to do self-exams.
Yeah.
Not just your head, not just your face to see if you got any skin cancers, but also in your private areas, you test and see if you feel any abnormalities, or even doing a breast exam. And I know it sounds kind of funny, but men do have breast cancer.
Absolutely.
And so we need to make ourselves more aware of the type of cancers that we need that we have, and the things that we need to test and keep an eye on as we get older.
Absolutely. And just a little moment of transparency. I had that scare probably about about 10 years ago,
Oh,
man.
wow.
And I had to get a mammogram. So I have a healthy appreciation for, my wife and the women in my life as they used to talk about going to get mammograms and they come back talking about how sore they were. And I just kind of dismiss it. But I had to go through that little scare and I had to get a mammogram. So I have a healthy respect and understanding for that process now.
Wow. Well, I haven't had any of that going on in my life as of now, but I do have family members who have dealt with prostate cancer. Several, that's had surgery, and my dad actually had prostate cancer for about 25 years before he passed away. And he didn't pass away from prostate cancer because he maintained his treatment and he maintained his monitoring on it. But it is it's a slow progressing cancer, but it's also a cancer that become aggressive if you don't catch it in time. So that's why, going to your exams and having the blood work done and your tests done on an annual basis, and more often if you have a high risk or a predisposition, even within your bloodline for certain type cancers, it's a good idea to go, and you can always plan to go. If you know it's going to be No Shave November every year, let November be the time where you go and get your test done. That way you have a running regimen of when you need to get it done.
Absolutely a process. Yeah. I know for me, we're men of a certain age now.
Yeah.
So it's part of my regular routine every year now. So I have to get that PSA and have those conversations with my provider because, it's just that important.
It's very
for my family.
Very important, man. Very important. I want to be here. I want to see my grandchildren have children. I want to see my great grandchildren have children. So I want to be around as long as I can. And if something was to happen, I don't want it to happen because of me not taking care of my health. If it's something else that God desires that it's time for me to go home and He allows me to go another way, I don't want it to be because of my health. So if we have a place like Care South where we can go in 5 counties, man, 5 counties, so we don't have no excuses for not finding health care and affordable health care, and also health care that's available to everybody, regardless of your ability to pay or even your social economic status.
Absolutely. And this time of year, it has an opportunity to spark meaningful conversation about men's health and conversations about cancer. And sometimes those conversations get a little deep, and a little heavy. You know what I'm saying? But we gotta have them.
Well, in order for us to grow, even me and you are we are muscle bound men. In order for muscles to grow, sometimes it's painful. Because muscles have to tear, and then it's a pain there before you see growth. And so sometimes in order for us to grow in our education concerning our own bodies, we have to have those painful and uncomfortable conversations. Yeah. And speaking of that, you was very transparent about your breast cancer scare. What you think about men's health? Because I have issues with men's health. Men's mental health. So I what I deal with. I was in the military back in 1990 doing Desert Shield, Desert Storm, and just a moment of transparency. I was diagnosed. I am currently diagnosed with severe depression, PTSD, and anxiety. And those things are real, but having a conversation about that as men, in some platforms or in some areas, it makes you seem weak or it makes you seem like you're not able to cope with life. But with the proper counselor and medication if necessary, and even just your support system, it can really be a benefit to men to even talk about how they feel. I'm gonna ask you a question, brother. How you feel today?
I feel pretty good these days. I've been trying to watch what I eat, try to exercise a little bit. I'm actually down 60 pounds from previous years. Yeah, so so I still got some work to do.
What about your mental health? I mean, how you doing?
Well, mental health, good. There's also always times that you need someone to talk to. Different things in your life, especially with men in this time of year. You got to wait on your shoulders. You got a family you want to provide to. You got Christmas coming in. You got Thanksgiving. Man. So you definitely want someone to talk to. So it's definitely for me. It's really important for men, and that's why one of the things we want to do is give that message. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Not just your physical self, but your mental health as well. And so we encourage all men, not even beyond No Shave November, to take care of those things, and because they're definitely important. I see myself, sometimes struggling with different things,
Yes.
and I know I need to have somebody to talk to, so I try to do that. I reach out to somebody to talk to, whether it's whether it's a pastor, it's a friend.
Yeah.
I always can call you.
That's right.
To have those conversations. We've had these conversations before,
We have.
So, yeah, that's how I feel about it,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. My part of my life is pastoring.
Yeah.
And so, I've started this series even in church with talking about mental health, because it is written in Scripture that there's safety in the multitude of counsel, and we have to realize that even Jesus Christ Himself even dealt with behavioral issues. Where He was under strain and He was under pressure, just by being who He was. And so even today, men go through a lot, and so sometimes we don't want to talk to everybody. But if you do want to talk to somebody, we got counselors at every single one of our sites that you can walk in. You can have your medical appointment and you can have your behavioral health appointment the same day. My boss, my supervisor, Amy Cook, is director of Behavioral Health Services for Care South. But and her and the staff there, they're wonderful people. They help you out any way they can, and they do an array of counseling. But it's just hard this time of year, like you said, and a lot of men don't want to talk about it, so they cope other ways. And so my department kind of sometimes see the fallout and see the repercussions of that through the MATSUD program, where people have used other substances to kind of pacify or kind of help them get through a hard crisis. And it works for the moment, but we know that using medications for outside of its intended use and you get comfort from it can lead to dependence. Yeah. You can depend on that to get you through the next level. Then after a while, you depend on it so much that it becomes addiction. And so addiction is a very, very private disease. You don't want a lot of people to know that you are addicted. And no man wakes up in the morning and say, look, I want to be addicted to anything because of what I'm going through. But what happens is that we have a program that's able to help you if you're dealing with those issues, especially this time of year, to help you get through that bad part of your life, and maybe help you get to counseling, because we understand that even with medication and helping you get off your illicit drugs and get onto a medication that can help you through your process, is good, but it's still not enough. And it's been proven through evidence-based studies that 6 months of constant behavioral health services dealing with your mental health and changing your coping mechanisms can help you have a better outcome for recovery with that. So even in November, we need to start talking about those areas that's really, really dark and secret in our lives to help us get through as men. So it can manifest into sickness if we don't.
Absolutely. And even from a community perspective, my team with community health and under the umbrella of community health and family support services, we go out in the community and we perform health screenings. We go to different festivals, community events, and churches and different organizations, and we provide those free health screenings. And so what individuals know their numbers, and we do run into a lot of men that have elevated numbers, whether it's blood pressure or their blood sugar, their cholesterol as well, which we check. We see those struggles and those elevated numbers, so we encourage them to go see their provider. If they don't have one, we're there to provide access to care through Care South Carolina. Of course, we see anybody based on their ability or inability to pay.
That's right.
Sliding fee, we take insurance, all major insurance, Medicaid, Medicare. And so it's important for us to get out in the community to make sure, folks do know their numbers. Mm-hmm. And so, but I am a little worried because in our travels, when we're in the community, we don't see many men at these events.
No.
Yeah. So we see a few, but not many. So we're trying to encourage them to, men to get out there and take advantage of those opportunities when you see us in the community doing those events, screenings.
And plus, most, a lot of men work during the hours that we're doing screenings, but there's after hours clinics. Am I right?
Yeah, absolutely. After hours, yes, sir.
And so, and what counties are those after hours clinics located? I know Dillon County because I'm over here. So on Saturday mornings, I know that the clinic is open on Saturday.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we have extended hours. They're going to be in possibly Lee County, Darlington County, Marlboro County, as well as Chesterfield County, of course.
And I do understand that some of those things might change depending on the direction CARES office is trying to go. So we'll keep the community informed on any changes that we have in those schedulings.
Absolutely, absolutely. And then the big thing is, again, we're open until 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
During the week, and then on the Saturdays we're open from 9 to 1.
9 to 1.
Yeah.
So which means there's opportunity for anybody that need care to come in and have care done. That's wonderful, man. You know, there is nothing wrong with men coming in to be seen. You know, the stigma behind men need to be tough. Men don't need to cry. You know, men, just suck it up and keep going. That's old. That's old knowledge, man. That's old knowledge, and it put us in a place where we have paralyzed ourselves and we have made ourselves a higher risk when it comes to health care. We know we are well, first of all, we're risk takers anyway.
Yeah.
Right? So, you know, me, I'm if I get a motorcycle, I'm not gonna ride the motorcycle 55. You know, I want to skin it back.
80. You doing 80.
Faster. You know, so but we are risk takers, and being risk takers, we even take more risk with our health. We know we see signs, we feel signs, we feel symptoms that we have, and then we just pass it off as something else. Just recently, I heard about a young man who was dealing with some chest pains that he thought was just gas because he had just got finished eating, so he figured it was heartburn, and he let it go on for a couple of days, and then finally the pain was just so bad that he had to end up checking himself into the ER. And when he did, he was actually in the process of having a heart attack at that moment. And so we need to, pay attention to our bodies tell us a whole lot.
Yeah.
Tell us a whole lot, especially this time of year. We're going to run on and see what the end going to be with this one, but we're going on to the next segment, and we're going to talk about Thanksgiving safety and family balance. Look, I'm a turkey fryer. You understand what I'm saying? I am a frying connoisseur. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But the one thing I don't want to see this year is people coming in for follow-up visits because they got third-degree burns from trying to cook a turkey with too much grease in the pot. There is remedies now that could keep you away from the oil. They got airless. They got oilless turkey fryers. They got air fryers. I don't like them. I don't like air fryers. I like grease in my turkey. I'm sorry, but it's peanut oils. I guess I fall in the vegetable area. But we just need to be careful out there trying to fry stuff and also be careful, with your kids and children around. So men, we need to pay more attention to our surroundings. We are risk takers, so we need to have a little more safety awareness during this time of year, and also spend time with your family, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I look on Facebook all the time, man, and you and Jada and the baby, y'all are just doing things, man. Yeah. I get so jealous, man. You don't want to take me? You don't like me no more?
You can go.
Okay, I just want to make sure we're good. I saw one time you guys went to a place in Savannah.
Yeah.
And you guys was sitting there and y'all had a picnic and everything else. Yeah. With the weather being like it is this year for Thanksgiving, we can have picnics outside and have a good time with family, man. Play some cornhole or some no, I was finna say basketball, but I don't want to do that because I don't have the same balance.
They used to.
I'm a little disproportionate this time. I ain't like I was at 18, 17. I got a little more things in places that kind of throw me off balance. So I stick with the safe things.
I got you.
Cornhole, maybe bowling.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So, what you think about this time of year and safety and family?
Yeah, I definitely think in safety. And like you said, frying turkeys, please, folks, don't fry turkey inside the house.
In the house?
Yeah.
Do you know people that I know this is bad English, y'all. Listen. But I'm just throwing off. People are turkeys in the house?
Frying turkeys in the kitchen, thinking because they could put down some cardboard to catch the grease. But, that's just a fire hazard, man.
What?
It's a fire waiting to happen. We just ask the folks to be careful. You talk about fire, you talk about ventilation, those things. So we want people to be careful, be safe in the holidays. Cook your turkeys outside. Be careful.
Be careful.
Grease is hot. Grease is flammable. And so that's the message that we want to send. And definitely spend time with your family. Family is important to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm a family guy, man. I love doing things with my family. I love traveling. I love just getting together for game night or just sitting around like this time of year. You talked about this time of year. It get cold at night and snap. So we love to pull out the fire pit. Yeah, and sit around the fire pit. Shoot stories. Movie night. We set up outside. We got the big projector. We have movie night outside, roasting marshmallows, man. Hot dogs, everything. So definitely this time of year, take this opportunity to spend time with your family. In Woosah, man. Woosah. We get a few days off from work, right?
That's it.
He gets a woosah a little bit, sit back and enjoy this time because life be lifing,
It do be lifing.
Yeah, life be lifing, and it sneak up on you real quick, man. So you enjoy the time that you have with your family, man.
Well, yeah, I plan to, but I think we're gonna do some traveling probably this time too. So we want to make sure that we have some safety tips when we're traveling. Wear your seatbelts. Don't speed.
That's right.
Put your children in the car seat. Make sure it's appropriate car seat for your child. Right? Pay attention to the signs on the road. Pay attention to traffic in front of you. Watch the brake lights. Right? Check your vehicle. Make sure you got gas, oil, and good tires.
That's
right? Make sure you got some jumper cables. Make sure you got some tools that might help you beside the road. Make sure you got some lighting that can help you if you get stranded at night. The other thing is that we want to make sure that we're going to be in the vicinity of people this time because there's a lot of gatherings, and so we need to make sure that we got our flu shots because this is flu season, and we still got COVID going on.
Yes, we do.
So we need to make sure that we are up to Care South offers flu shots, and so we need to make sure that we take advantage of that. Everybody need to have a flu shot. I know there's some people that don't like it, but protect yourself and protect those around you. Get your flu shot. Somebody told me that a flu shot may be sick. Well, it's an inanimate. It's not a living virus.
Right.
And so if you were sick before you took the shot. Right. And so maybe this causes your immune system to hype up a little bit, and it picked up a bug that was lying dormant for a while. But the flu shot don't get you sick. It's already a dead virus. So take your flu shot. Protect yourself. Protect your kids. Protect your family. Enjoy your time together, and that's what it's about. That's what it's about. So,
I got mine.
Well, you know what? I was out when they was giving them, and so I really appreciate our health and wellness nurses. Just today, just a little while ago, Donna sent me an email and said, "Daniel, you need." The email didn't sound like that, but I know how Donna sound. So she was like, "Daniel, you need to get your shot." It didn't really, y'all know how Donna sound. But I really appreciate her reminding me that I need to get my shot. I could just hear her in the text, reminding me I need to. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that shot done before, probably Monday. I'm gonna get it done Monday over at the latter office. So you can go to any Care South office and get your flu shot done. So make sure that you stop by. We got many locations. One near you.
Let me tell you, you got some people that have a phobia of needles. Right? What do they do if they want to get a flu shot?
I think there's a nasal spray. There's a nasal spray now that you can take for flu shot. I'd rather just go ahead and get mine in there. You know what I'm saying? But some people don't like the jabs. I don't mind the jab. But if you are a jab, resistant type person, go ahead and get the spray in your nose and talk to your provider and see what method works best for you.
Yeah.
And so we got options now. Ain't that something?
That's right.
Options. That's wonderful.
We definitely got options. So please get your flu shot. It's that time of season. And don't forget, like you mentioned earlier, COVID is still out there.
Still there.
It's still there.
So
I think they got a new vaccine out. We during COVID, this podcast came in handy because we were able to get the information out to the people, right people. So, maybe next time we can bring a little bit, and have a little segment in there to talk about. So I think there's a new vaccine out right now.
Okay.
So we're a little bit behind on that information, but we definitely, the next podcast, maybe we'll bring that information to the people.
Definitely, we want to keep y'all abreast of the latest and greatest, right? Because it's all things healthcare and all things
community.
That's right. So y'all are our community, regardless of where we are. You are part of our community. As we close, we want to let you know that there is no judgment, just protection. You know, no judgment, just protection.
Yeah.
So we're not judging anybody. We want to make sure everybody just taken care of. This is about health. We also want everybody to understand that this is flu and RSV.
Yes.
You know, I get that messed up sometimes. I say RSVP. So we want to make sure it's RSV. So just stay abreast, listen to your body. Go see your provider if you're not feeling well. If you are working in one of the care stop sites and you have some of these symptoms, stay home, but let your supervisor know and then get checked as soon as possible. You know, we don't want people spreading stuff in the office because it spreads really fast in the office.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Absolutely. And just while we're at it, just keep in mind your voice matters, right?
Yes.
Your health matters.
Yes.
And your presence during the holidays matter.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
thank
sir.
you for joining us today for this uncut conversation. And just like Daniel said, there's a Care South Carolina near you. Or you can visit our website at www.caresouth-carolina.com.
That's right.
Find information on our extended hours. Find information on our centers, the times that we're open, the type of services we have, because we have an array of services. You know, we have practice integrated medicine. So we appreciate you, and we're going to close this out. Appreciate you, brother.
I appreciate you too.
And this is Mark.
This is Daniel.
This is Beyond the Clinic, where community meets care.
Yeah.